And I'm going to just, we've got one more quick one here. This will be there was a question that came in about the charter. The most recent Charter Commission members have been looking to get it back on the ballot. For each of you, would you support that in that charter that has been suggested to get that back on the ballot? We'll go in reverse order. Mr. Richardson, putting that question back before voters to change the town's charter.
Can you repeat that, sorry?
Sure. The members of the Charter Commission have been attempting to get signatures so they can get the one that did not pass back on the ballot. Do you support that effort to get it on the ballot and change the charter?
I've read the charter once. I'm not too familiar with it. Some things I know a little bit better than others. My inexperience when it comes to government is not helping, but it's not all about that. I think our charter's set up in a way that wants to build a community. I think we did vote on it. The citizens voted on it. There must be a reason they wanted it this way. So I think we should keep it that way.
Mr. Munafo?
When it comes to citizens' petitions and having them sign it, if they meet the requirements, the answer is, do the people have the right to vote on it? The answer is absolutely yes. The last charter review had many good sections, and some of that I didn't necessarily agree with, but I believe if they do their job, they get it back on the ballot, we have the right and the responsibility to vote for it again.
And Mr. Hersey?
Yeah, I support everyone's right to have a say in what form of government governs them. And if it's properly put back on the ballot, then I think by all means, let's have a vote.
Gentlemen, thanks so much. What we're going to do here is we're going to ask for a very succinct and brief closing response from each of you, and we will go in reverse order from our opening questions. Mr. Hersey, if you could give us a 60-second, tell us why the residents of the precinct should vote for you.
Thank you. Again, I've lived in this town for 42 years. I'm a product of the school systems. I've worked here all my life, from being a paper boy to a captain at Highline to being a local attorney. I've volunteered my time with various organizations, and I currently volunteer my time with the town as it pertains to the Waterways Committee and the Zoning Board of Appeals. I think that Precinct 3 has been woefully misrepresented for the past 8 years. I don't think that the current councilor can point to anything but a few speed bumps and some rooster regulations that he's done in the last 8 years. And for that reason, I think the Precinct 3 councilor needs to band together with the other Hyannis councilors to address the main issue, which is water. And I don't think the current councilor has done that, and I would ask for your support and your vote, because that would be the direction I would like to proceed, is to try to get a consensus and try to get working on a solution to the water problem.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Richardson?
I believe getting our community involved as a whole, not only the older generation, which we see here tonight, and I thank you again for coming. I support everyone in this town equally. I feel getting my generation and younger people more involved in government, not only town but state, and as far as your mind can think, would be beneficial to a community as a whole, getting to know people, making it a place for people wanting to visit more often than they do, more so in the off-season than the summer, as they already do, because off-season it dies down here tremendously, which I think getting more people around here in that time would help this community fiscally and throughout a lot of different topics. Families like to raise, this is a great place to be raised, born and raised myself. I think it's a great place for locals to learn with such a good school system, and I feel giving more opportunities and more things for the youth to better our town would be very beneficial.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Munafo, please.
Thank you. As your town councilor for the last 8 years, we've had many successes. We wouldn't even be able to talk about water today if we hadn't decided to make that purchase to begin with many years ago. It's a slower process than a lot of us had hoped for, but it is moving and it is going in the right direction. We built a new youth and community center because it was the right thing to do at the right time. When projects come, the council has always been able to work together. The work of the council is going forward, and I'd like to remain as a part of that for you by putting the right balances, the right conversation, making sure that the I's dotted and the T's are crossed so that we're getting the best that we can for the town of Barnstable. I want to do the best job that I can for you, and I'm asking for your vote on September 20th. Thank you.
Thank you to the three of you. On behalf of the community, we all appreciate that you have put your names on the ballot and are willing to stand for election here. We appreciate that very much as members of the community, so thank you very much for that. And we thank all of you.
Good job.
And we thank all of you for coming out here tonight. We'd like to thank the Barnstable Coalition for Fair Government for sponsoring this event. It's great to see a really nice turnout here for this precinct election. And of course, all that matters is that you get out and vote. The preliminary election is going to be held on September 20th from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Barnstable Senior Center right on Route 28. So make sure you get out and vote on September 20th, please. We hope to see you all at the polls. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Thank you.